Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Miles Proud here, and today I'm here with
Jasmine Gholson.
We got Jasmine Gholson in here. I like to call her the silent shooter. We like to call her double agent foe. Ladies and gentlemen, keep God first in life and watch what he does for you. Like, comment, subscribe. We gonna jump right into it. Miss Gholson. How you doing today?
Good.
You having a good day?
Yep.
Great day. So we're gonna start with a couple of easy questions. Then we're gonna get a little messy towards the end. That's cool. That's cool.
Sure.
I need a yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I need a yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my first sport was soccer. I played that.
Word?
Yeah. I
Soccer?
played. Yeah, that was my first sport. I was actually good at it.
Word?
And then yes.
Back in 1954?
Don't stop. All right. So my first sport was soccer. I was really good at it. And then I either had the option to start playing basketball because originally I saw my dad. He was coaching my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's not my little brother, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're close in age. But my dad was basically coaching him, and then I saw that he was coaching him, and it looked fun. So that's when I started playing basketball. But I also played like different sports in between soccer and basketball. I played flag football.
Really?
Yeah.
You was like
I was the only girl on the team.
You was shaking shit?
No, I could catch better than the guys, so the boys.
Times during AAU, like, what's your most memorable moment, like, during your AAU games?
I definitely say playing at Bill Williams. That's in Hampton, Virginia, or Newport News, Virginia. Pretty much a big tournament. Like all the college coaches go there, and I started out playing AAU with my dad, like with my dad's team. And so he basically coached me, even in high school he coached me. He was an assistant coach. But yeah, he pretty much coached me all my career, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, up until college in my last year at AAU with my junior year. But yeah, like, I don't know. It went by quick. It went by very quick.
Really?
So, yeah.
So when is the moment, like, everybody has that time where it's not time, but it's like, okay, I can really hoop. So, like, what was that moment for you where you was like, I might got something right here. So, like what was that moment?
Bingo! Jackpot!
On a weave, way out front with a three-pointer. That one's drained by Gholson.
For Allen. Jasmine Gholson for three is good. Jasmine Gholson.
The area, and we played on this team called Lady Clippers. So the first year, I don't think I played under my dad. Like he wasn't the head coach. He was the assistant coach at the time.
Okay.
And then 5th grade, that's when my dad was my head coach. So 5th grade up until my 11th grade year in high school, like he was my coach.
Wow.
So yeah, but he definitely, like, he wasn't a coach to where like he only focuses on his daughter. Like he wanted us all to succeed. He wanted us all to be all around players. Like it wasn't just all about me. So he wanted all of us to get into college too. Like all of us to hoop in college. And I feel like all of us except for 2 players maybe didn't play in college, and all of us except probably 1 or 2 got a ring. Like out of our college career, you know. And then my
Show me here reminiscing, y'all.
I'm just saying, like my AAU. So my AAU coach, it was really my last 3 years. So I played with AZ Fudd. I played against Paige Beckers. Played with Malou Tashik. I always forget how to spell her last name or how to pronounce it. But she's basically Mutombo's niece. Like,
oh, the Kembe Mutombos?
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Played with point guard Carly Barrera.
Wow.
Best point guard ever. She played.
That you played against?
I played with them. I played
against
Paige Beckers.
Oh, okay.
This was still at the time that AZ and Paige were best friends. So yeah, but yeah, like I played against him with some great players. Like that was probably my best team that I ever played on. Though I have 2 rings.
Nah, for real though. But winning a ring, you won a ring your sophomore year? No, your sophomore year, sophomore and junior year,
and last year.
So what was
last
it
year
like?
Was my senior year. This year is my fifth.
Oh, okay. So you're. Okay. Oh, yeah. Last season, y'all. Okay, y'all.
COVID gave us an extra year.
So. Okay. So those 2 years that you won those rings back to back, Like, what was it about that team, and like, what was it that, like, what was your title run like, especially winning back to back? Like, how was that? Like, what was that like?
The whole process of sophomore year's team, I would say, like, for real, if you really look, if you like kind of compared us to South Carolina, I would say we were like a really, really small South Carolina.
Really?
Like, we had all the key players. Like I feel like this girl, Hannah Stoll, she was like really the leader of our team, even though she didn't have that title. Like,
She graduated now?
Yeah, she's graduated now. She ended up transferring to Lenore Ryan. They ended up getting a ring this year. So yeah, like she was a very good leader. We also had other key pieces. Like, we had a whole lot of rebounders.
Really?
A whole lot of rebounders. We had shooters. I wouldn't say. I mean, South Carolina had shooters too, but they had scorers, and we were blowing teams out too that year.
Man, it was to the point like I didn't even. After third quarter, I was gone. I'm like, man, they got it. They about y'all about 30. I'm gone.
Games are getting boring. Like at one point, yeah.
It was like I knew y'all was winning, but it was like it was never like at least later in the season, it was never a game where I was like, jump. I was like 30 at halftime. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I'll be back. Like, what can you say like is Jasmine's game? Like, what is like? Because for y'all that seeing Jazz play and things like that, at least now like you're a spot. I don't want to say a spot shooter, but you're a shooter. That's what you're labeled as the shooter. But what is something that people don't know that like if you was to do it on the court, they're like, oh, I only thought she was a shooter. So like, what's that thing that you just like that people don't know that you can pull out your bag?
Well, nobody at Benedict knows my game like at all. I'm a player where I do as I'm told. So if my coach tells me to catch and shoot, I'm gonna do that because like I guess that's like an area where we lack. So if he tells me to do it, I take it as okay. Well, I'm probably the only one or one of the few that could do that. Okay. So I'm gonna do what I'm told. But I would say that my overall game, like from young, it's always been like I feel like I've always been a scorer. It's not all about shooting to me. I'm gonna do that only because my coach told me. And even from young, I've been like off the ball defense. Like that was my thing.
You take pride in defense?
Then even from young, I've been like off the ball defense. Like that was my thing.
You take pride in defense?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna just be honest. Like I just do as I'm told. Like right. if you don't want a player to touch the ball, okay, I'm gonna make sure they don't do that. Or if they do touch the ball, it's gonna be like close to half court, close to a volleyball line. But it's a reason why they say don't let them touch the ball. So. Right. But even back in the day, like when I was playing AAU, some articles will always say like the scouts and stuff would say that I was a great off the ball defender, and I say I take pride in that though.
Being an off ball defender.
Yeah, but like on the ball, I really haven't. I never.
Like. Yeah. It just wasn't like you.
I would contain somebody,
but you ain't about to be
stopping somebody. Stopping somebody like rebuild like. How she plays defense on South Carolina, like I've never been that type of person, so I'm not gonna lie, be a hypocrite and say that I do that. I don't. But off the ball defense, like that was my thing.
So, like you said, you're more of a scorer, but you do what you're told. Shooting like something that you can do like easily because we call you silent shooter for a reason. So I take it as. In college basketball, like the teams that we play, they're more so like short, scrappy. They're lower to the ground. So for me, if they don't have like how Benedict, I feel like all of the teams that I played on all of my 5 years, we've all been long and lengthy. Yeah. Majority of us have. The shortest player on the team is who? Mahogany?
Probably. Yeah. Or I feel like it is Lay. Now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so with those type of teams that we play against, it's like for me, even the coach said it like basically he wanted me to shoot from farther out because it would stretch the defense. So when he said that, it kind of at first I'm not gonna lie, like I was kind of, you know, irritated because he kept telling me to shoot, but then once he told me that, like, in front of everybody else, like, pretty much he wanted me to stretch the floor because I have the ability to stretch the floor.
What was it like being that sponge that's soaking up everything you can to now people coming to you and be like, okay, Chad, I see you can shoot. Like, so, like, what is it I'm doing? Like is my form good? Like, so what is it? How does it feel to go from being the mentee to the mentor in a matter of a couple years?
Well, my freshman year, even before my freshman year, I always had a great IQ thanks to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like he was basically like an all-around player. So he taught me how to be an all-around player. And from that point on, like when I got to Benedict, I had to be on the wing because we were a very like large, like a tall team. Mm-hmm. And so I mostly played guard anyway. Okay. But like learned a lot from the seniors my freshman year, and then from Coach Rice. Like they definitely like helped me out a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Especially Coach Rice and Coach PJ from the guys team. He helped me out with my Coach Rice and Coach PJ. They helped me out with getting my shot fast. Everybody had the same techniques that you had, that I had when I was like that young. Mm. So it's like you have to teach more. So I feel like with the team that we had this year, I feel like most of them basically, they didn't really ask me about techniques. They asked me more so about the plays, how
to read the stuff.
Yeah, the plays, how to read certain stuff. Like it all comes down to IQ, and that's another strength that I have. Like my IQ is very good. I know how to make good reads, and if I don't, it's rare. So, but it all depends on who's on the floor with me too. So I don't know, like they know what questions to ask me and what questions to ask other people.
Okay. So I get
so it's like I play my role on the court and off the court.
Okay.
So if they see that I'm doing something good, and then if they're not, you know, picking up on how I did something, like if they were to sub me in practice or whatever, and they would come up to me and ask me like, hey, how do you do this, or where do you go after you do this, like stuff like that.
Okay.
So they wouldn't really ask me about techniques. They would ask me about directions.
Especially coming from high school to,
yeah.
They playing against 17, 18-years. Now they playing people that's 22, 23, you know?
Shoot, probably 26.
Nah, for real. Like, I don't see some out.
Yeah.
You know, you feel me? Yeah. But, so who would you remember when I said we gonna get a little messy?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so who would you say, okay, I'm pretty sure you consider yourself like a good shooter. Who's another great shooter on your team, like from last season? Or from like the season that just passed?
Off the top of my head, I would say Matt.
You want to say Matt?
She's a great scorer, but
I need a shooter.
Shooter, I would say Matt.
You gonna say Matt?
Yeah.
All right, great. 3-point contest. What's it called? What's that game called? All Around the World?
Yeah.
Okay, All Around the World. Who's coming away with that? Like, who's coming away with that? For people that don't understand what all Around the World is start off in the corner. It's 2 players. You start off in the corner and you just make your way around the arc. And when you get to the other side, you win. So, who are you taking? Like, you know, you say
as
Matt.
My partner or
to play against. Yeah.
I say Matt.
You'll take Matt over you?
Oh.
Yeah, like you going against Matt.
I thought you were saying like I'm going against. Okay.
Yeah.
Me.
Well, like what's the reason though?
What's the reason?
You just get what's the?
I'm a good shooter. Like everybody knows that. Even in practice, we do like it's this drill that we did or a competition. It's more so a drill though, but pretty much like you have a minute at each of the 5 spots on the 3-point line to like make however many. If I'm included in the drill, like yeah.
Everything it was on the hip. It was on your hip. No safety on.
Yeah.
Now.
and then the team got to count. Like it's only one shooter. Everybody got to pass them the ball until the time is up. Until they finish like the 5 spots. So yeah.
What was your like highest you ever? What was the highest point you ever made?
In college or overall?
Like in college.
In college, 17. That was this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
So got a couple more questions. Well, maybe like about 2-3 more questions. That's cool. That's cool with you?
Yeah.
That's cool with you?
Yeah.
All right, great. So, I need your, I know, this is what the people love, man. I need your ideal starting 5. You can be the 2, 3, 1. I just need to put yourself wherever you want to put yourself at. But I need Miss Gholson's ideal starting 5.
From our team?
From USC.
I'm just saying, like, I would say either I put I put Lay at the point or Matt.
Matt at the point?
Matt or Lay at the point.
Wow.
I have a reason behind that though, and I'm gonna get to that afterwards. And then I would say, Jazz.
Okay, that was
At
Jazz.
one wing, yeah.
Okay.
I would have Mahogany come off the bench only because she was banged up all season.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody saw
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But she brings that energy, so if you have energy coming off the bench, then yeah. But and then I would bring, if I started Matt, I'd bring Lay off the bench because she brings that energy too.
Okay, 6 and 7 man, Mahogany and Lay, 6 and 7 man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I would come off the bench too, but if you need like a quick 3, then I would start. If you want to start the game off with a quick 3 or a quick layup, then yeah.
So like, what you be like? You be at the 3? You consider yourself a 3?
No, I don't. But
you more of a 2? You think?
It's whatever.
You can do 2 and like what position? Like you can play 1 through what?
It's just I just call it the wing now. Like I don't even call it 2 and 3 anymore. I just say the wing. But like based off of how we play, we're all interchangeable. Like the solid, we probably have like a solid 9, 10. So we could really interchange.
Okay.
I would start Taylor at the center. And I would start scratch that. I would start Matt at the 4.
That's what I know you.
No, because Matt is like if she's interchangeable.
Yeah, like I'm saying, she could really play 1 through 4.
Yeah, so if it depends on who we're playing too. So if you had like if you got a smaller guarding her, you already know where she's going. She's going to the post. She's posting them up.
Literally.
Easy bucket.
Literally.
Or a foul, and she's gonna make the free throws. And then if you have a post player guarding her, she's taking them off the dribble every time. If they collapse on her, she's dumping it out to the shooter. So, but yeah, so I would start Lay, Jazz, me, Matt, Taylor. Yeah.
That's it right there.
Mahogany could get me, shoot. I don't care. But I want energy. Like I don't feel like I'm too nonchalant. I'm not gonna lie. So
solid shooter for a reason.
I'd rather start than come off the bench only because of that.
Just for the energy
But I did
standpoint.
have my days to where I did have good defense even though I couldn't make a shot because of like I come in and get a game like late and then I come in cold. Like I can't expect a shot out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say was like you was blessed to play college ball, you know, and not everybody gets to play college ball, you know. So what would you tell like all these young girls that's like, oh, you can't play basketball, you a girl, like but you're not the tallest player out here, you know, like 5'7", 5'8", maybe
5'10".
5'10", my bad, like you, my bad. Okay, like you 5'10", but you know, there's some girls out here that want to hoop that's like Mahogany size and Lay size. So like, what do you say to them? That's like, what do you have to say to these young girls that want to play college ball, and like, but you know, it's just all they hearing in their ears. No, you can't do it like this. Blah, 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 blah. You too small. You ain't big enough. You ain't strong. Yeah, like so. What do you got to say to these young girls so they could just maybe be where you at and get 2 of these right here?
So I know a girl that's smaller than Lay. Like I grew up with her. Her name is Ayana Warren. She played at Howard.
Wow.
Holly, I say she's the second best point guard I ever played against because she did grow up. She matured over the years at Howard, so I didn't really play with her at her best. But I feel like her best was at Howard. And we were young, like when we played at AU together. So she's probably a good 5'4", 5'3", like lefty, like, and she had that dog in her, like, on defense and offense. Like, defense, we expect her to pick up 94 feet every time. Like, she was that type of player. She even got rebounds, like, over 6 foot, like in up players.
Really?
When we played, yeah. So it all depends on a person, but I definitely say, like, I know I kept getting in her ear and stuff like that when she did have her moments to where she felt like she wasn't, good or whatever. But it clearly worked out. She got 2 rings at Howard, like, and I feel like it was a full ride. Most of us got a full ride from my dad's team. Like, yeah, and we all got a ring except for 1 or 2, like I said earlier. But I would say, like, just stay the course. I would say stay the course. My fault. I would say stay the course. Just don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Reach out to coaches. I know I did that in high school. I reached out to a lot of coaches. Not all of them, like, you have to be willing to accept the no's more than the yeses from these college coaches, because, like, when it comes down to it, it's really about politics, but you really have to find, like, who is for you and who's not for you. That's all I have to say about that, because it's a lot more to it.
Right.
But I'd say that's, like, the more broad stuff.
Gotta let them learn a lot of stuff on their own, though. You can give them all their advice, but, some stuff they...
And then you have to learn from experience, too.
Yeah.
You have to learn from experience. Like, it might take, I know for me, I stayed all 5 years. Not all players want to stay at a school for 5 years, but it came down to COVID and me, I had a full ride, like, all 5 years. So I would say, like, you really have to weigh your options too. Like, if you don't have options, make options for yourself. Because if your plan A doesn't work out, you have to have a plan B, C, D, etc. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the silent shooter here. Jazz, I appreciate you for coming on here, man. Breathes a lot. Go ahead, shout yourself out, man. Instagram, Twitter, do all that, man. Do your thing.
Instagram.
All right, thank you guys so much for this.
Instagram and Twitter, Jazz Gholson, JSSGHOLSON. And I don't got no TikTok, no Snap. Yeah.
She old, y'all.
I don't care.
She old, y'all.
I just made a TikTok, but don't follow me up there because I'm not posting.
I'm about to put her TikTok right here.
Make
sure y'all follow her. I'm about to make sure y'all follow her. I'm gonna put it right. It's gonna be right there, y'all.
No.
But guys, I appreciate you guys so much. It means a lot for y'all to keep tuning in. I'm having fun doing this. We're going to have some volleyball players, some baseball players coming on here soon, some football players. Guys, it means so much to me. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. Keep God first in your life and watch what he does for you.